Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm joined by Fatal Blades here. We're just doing a little warm-up show, a little banter. Get the banter out of the system before we actually do the show.
Banter, 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 banter. I feel a little better.
Yeah, I do too. Some people are not keen on the banter, so gotta kind of get out of there. How's it been, man? You having a good week?
Yeah, sorry about that. Mike likes to mute randomly, but week was pretty good. I've been playing a lot of games and the Doctor Who times and all the fun. All the fun.
We'll definitely have. We're gonna work the gaming to scratch that itch during the show. That's a big part of what we do. Is it's like it's hard not to do it unless we have like a really deep topic to talk about. I mean, we go deeper, but we like to give ourselves a little wiggle room so we can just go off on crazy tangents. I'm still recovering from my ailments. You got luck. You seem to have gotten lucky. You dodged the Pax Pox.
I did. I dodged them pretty solidly, I'd like to say. Knock on air, wood burns. But
Well, the thing that sucks is that this PAX Pox, you could get it over the internet. You don't even have to be at PAX or in contact with people that were at PAX.
yeah,
It's
you
crazy.
just watch 3 videos on pack. See if you're not sniffling tomorrow.
It's true. That's what I did. That's when I started
See,
feeling bad,
I've cracked the code.
dude. Oh, you know what else we should talk about? Have you watched Agent Carter at all?
I actually haven't. I know people will rage. I've not started on Agent Carter yet. I'm behind in a few of my superheroes. Like Constantine's my more recent,
Yeah,
but
I'm behind on that too. Well, I'll talk a little bit about it. I don't know if I want to open up with that.
no, you know what I'm hype about, right?
What's that?
The Firefly MMO.
Oh God, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That I'm actually happy that was very close to getting the axe several times, and then they've worked years on that.
yeah, but see, fans, man, that's why fans are so critical. Fans aren't going to let stuff like that fall by the wayside. If they want it bad enough, they won't have a choice. They will have to bring it back. Just like I mean, Family Guy got canceled twice. They brought it back each time. Fans freaking loved it. They wanted it.
That's true.
You know.
You know, with Firefly MMO, one thing they absolutely have to do. We'll talk about this when we actually start the show for real. But one thing they absolutely have to do is have romance options in there because that's part of the fun of Firefly is that it had just the right balance of like kind of anime tropes, spaghetti western, and soap opera. It was just like, wow, how did you combine all these elements?
Yeah.
That was the peak of Joss Whedon. I mean, his work with Avengers is great, and I like Agents of Shield. But Firefly, just the cast of characters, the set pieces, it's perfect formula.
hmm
And it's
It
space.
was a
Oh,
masterpiece.
space opera. How can I forget that part?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to forget space opera.
Yeah, there's just not good space operas out there. No Stargate, no more Stargate. I mean, I'm a big Stargate fan too. I'm one of those weird people that liked SG1, uh, SGU, and Stargate Atlantis. By your
So
silence,
I'm like, were there any you didn't like then?
I
I
liked
was
all of
trying to
them.
think. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's all of them,
Yep.
unless I missed one.
Well, even like the most hardcore fans don't um like some of them choose Stargate Atlantis or Star SG1, but not both, or they
Yeah,
completely skipped SGU.
that would be me. Like I loved SG1. I kind of perused and then breezed past Atlantis and you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. SGU in particular deviated so much from the formula that it was a little hard, but then they actually did something really cool where they hey Luis OMG Gamer, what's going on, man? I'm gonna acknowledge every lurker that comes in here for the show.
And just put them on blast.
Yo. Welcome. We're just doing a little pre-show before we actually start the show for real. But welcome to the show. We talk a lot about Doctor Who on here. But the Walking Dead when that's going to. But we talk about all kinds of stuff, video games, anime, all that fun stuff. Oh, you know what? We should also talk about. Well, that's a little risque for this show. Probably shouldn't get into that.
What?
Nah, I don't think I should even make a mention of it. The game that we've been talking a lot about.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely not now.
Yeah, which is a shame because it's such a perfect segue.
It is, but no, I have to say hard pass. That's more of a that's more of a late night topic. This is for the family.
And we might need a venue just to talk about anime and stuff like that. But like, I always have to think about what's sustainable. Like everybody's interested in it, but who's gonna keep showing up to do the podcast? That's the tricky part. But you know, I have noticed there's like this rise in dating games in general on Steam. Once they hit Steam, you know they hit the mainstream.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Steam stuff is censored, but it's still not family friendly. But you know, from a game mechanics perspective, I'm strangely interested in them because there's actually narrative in there.
Yeah.
You know,
and they're a good take on like the human condition. When you really look at it and how it translates to like people's different personalities inside of those games, it brings out that analytical part where you're like, well, you know, this person's really laid back, but that person has like OCD for miles.
yeah, exactly. Like these games sometimes are deeper than AAA games. Like Mass Effect, one of my favorite series of all times. But it doesn't mean I'm blind to the fact that their take on morality and decision making is take the red pill or take the blue pill. Blue is good, red is bad. Like it's like like they make it so easy, like so you can't mess up. You know?
Yeah, like the Fable, like a lot of the mainstream games in the idea to keep it kind of simple is they make every decision black or white. You're either going to save this person or kill this person. You can capture or kill. Which one's the good choice? Well, capture. You don't have to kill anybody. Kill this person. Oh, well, that's clearly the bad choice.
You know, and it's good that you mentioned that because one of our ongoing themes on this show is talking about morality and how it's not always a black and white thing. What's even cooler is that there are games that are incorporating more of this, you know, like the Telltale games, which you could debate are not really games. I'm still not sure about how to say that. I love adventure games, and I miss them, and I'm glad they're kind of making a comeback. But then there's a certain point where it's like, well, nothing I do really matters. It's just driving me through the narrative. But there's games that are taking a deeper look at it, and I think Dragon Command is one I keep hearing about that I need to check out because apparently it has decision making that matters, and you know the choices aren't so quite so black and white or cut and dry or whatever euphemism you want to use there. I think it's pretty neat. Like, don't make the decision super easy. Star Child at 89W, welcome. We're talking about Dragon Commander and some indie games and issues of morality and how story impacts decisions impact story and the actual gameplay experience. But this is just our pre-show, and actually, it's time for us to really start. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
For those just strolling in, we usually start off the show talking about Doctor Who. We do some news, a lot of science fiction and fantasy-heavy stuff. And then in the second half, we engage you guys, the community, in the experience. You can ask questions, join in the conversation, all that fun stuff. Hey, we got a lurker to say hello. Hello, Starchild. Everybody got scared. Like, the last person we welcomed that was lurking left. You saw that? That was funny. He's like, "Oh, I got acknowledged." No, don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. We're friendly. We don't bite. We promise. But anyway, we're gonna start up with the intro music. Let me just make sure I'm recording, and we'll see you guys in a bit. This is where we meet our mics and get a little awkward, just briefly.